Respected jury members, my seniors and dear friends, Assalamu alaikum. The topic of today is arguably one of the most fascinating discussions within the global politics. For it's a topic that affects the lives of millions around the world today. It's a topic studying which many lessons may be learned and many extraordinary examples may be there. And I stand against the motion. Now I have heard so many definitions of, actually atrocious definitions of nationalism that I myself being afraid standing here as a nationalist. Nationalism is actually the ideology of being attached, of feeling attached to one's nation. It's a strong feeling of being attached to one's nation. Now, a society, a diverse society, where there are multicultural and multi-religious people living in, what's the thing that binds them together? For we know, every society to grow up, there must be unity. Unity is the substructure of development. And how will you create a sense of unity within multicultural and multi-religious societies? It's perhaps those, physical boundaries on the maps someone noted. Those physical boundaries on the maps that instigate a sense of unity among its people. We as Indians, we feel pride in being Indian. Okay? We feel pride in being Indian, and so do other people do, so do other nationalities do. Now, we know that being unanimous is a point of, being unanimous means being united is one of the things which causes us to be strong. Now let's move. What the opponent said that nationalism is actually not really supportive of the diversity. We in this country of ours, every 15th of August, every year, a Hindu stands beside a Muslim, stands beside a Christian, stands beside a Sikh to salute those who were killed in the 1947. And we salute those, we don't call them as killed, we call them as martyrs. They are martyrs, they were not killed, they were martyrdom. We have uplifted them from the level of dying to the level of martyrdom, and this is not some small thing. So, diversity and nationalism, they go hand in hand. Sorry. Our country is the best example. We, every 15th of August, every year we salute them. Why? It was the nationalism that caused them to give their lives for this nation of ours. And we salute them. So how can you say that diversity is not supported by nationalism? Moving ahead. We say nationalism is actually too atrocious. It's a cause of atrocities. If nationalism had been a cause of atrocities, those Syrians who have sought refuge within Lebanon at present should have been chased out of Lebanon because of the nationalism of Lebanese people. But it has not been there. You go and see, Lebanese are the ones who are helping the Syrians because of the Syria war. Nationalism, who says nationalism is so atrocious? No? Now, see, I haven't met the other side of the coin. We are actually, the global politics is not something too easy to understand. Those who rule this world don't keep it so simple for us to understand and make something out of it. We have to synchronize, analyze, and then capitalize on those points. They wrap up it so that we don't see the core inside. It's only the political and economic motives of people that are actually ruining this world, not nationalism. It's the economic and political motives, not nationalism. We know it very well that those of you who have heard, who have read psychology, they know that man is the building block of society. What an individual feels, I am a student, even if I become a king, I'll still be a man. I'll have all those feelings within me which I have at present. So I would like to fulfill them by any means. At that time, I would definitely have something of more, I would have authority. And when I have authority, I would definitely do it. Hitler, he broke into Soviet Union because he wanted to rule over all of the Europe. He says himself, I want to rule over all of the Europe. He knew he could not have, if it was under nationalism, he could not magnify that part of Germany. He wanted to rule. It was the political motives. The British, they came here not because of their love for their country too much. They came here for economic motives, and they stayed there. After defeating Shahjahan, they stayed there because they knew that there is a very good, bright economic future in India. So it's the political and economic motives, not that exact sense of nationalism. Nationalism is actually something which lifts up. Now, we in Aligarh are debating this topic, whether nationalism is a threat to global peace and not. While we are ourselves fully safe from the nationalism of people of China, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, they are not attacking us just because they feel too strongly for their nation. Okay, so we have to think over it, that the points which we ourselves love our nation. And someone said that it's related with racism. No, nationalism has nothing to do with racism. I as a Muslim am too proud of my India. You as a Hindu are too proud of our country. What is racism here? A black and a white both are proud of being in UK and the same way well. So how can we say that we cannot relate it with racism? And we have to go by the definition, what the definition is, and then we have to know what is in reality the things are. Because again, people themselves want to rule, and they pull it and they did not tend to drag in nationalism so that they would cover up their things, they could cover up their tasks, so that, and they could, they would throw it towards the nation. Now I summarize. In 1867, Canada got independence from UK. In 1901, Australia got independence from UK. In 1978, Bahrain got independence from UK. It was the nationalism that made all of us to get united and to stand up against those. So nationalism is not a threat to global peace. It's one of the ways to move up together and once you move up together, you don't think as making any war in this world. It's all peace. It's all peace. So those who love nationalism, they live it and they show it to the world.